Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutny and today I'm going to show you second game of the match Andrey Esipenko and Magnus Carlsen. This match is interesting, even twice we saw a draw, but I will tell you why I believe this game is interesting. Of course, black is Magnus Carlsen, one of the best chess players ever, former world chess champion and chess legend, of course. But white is 19 years old rising chess star Andrey Esipenko, who was able to keep or to hold twice Magnus Carlsen, and he was unbeaten from him. So this is a great story for his future, because he was playing twice against Magnus Carlsen and he was able twice to make a draw. So I don't know what's going on tomorrow, and maybe in tie-break Magnus Carlsen will win because he is more experienced chess player. But this is a great story for young Andrey Esipenko, because now he is absolutely the rising chess star at his age. Absolutely, yes. So let's speak about this game. As I told you, this game is coming from the World Cup 2021, and Andrey Esipenko is white. Yes, this game will not be exciting, but at least something I will tell you. Of course, the most dangerous piece to white is this dark squares bishop, and to black is this light squares bishop. So it's up to both players how they will play this position and how will take the risk, or how they will handle these dangerous pieces. So maybe rook to e1, it's not bad at all. Of course, knight to g4, it's too early, because white will go rook to e2, and I don't believe that it's a good move to take twice on f2. I think this is a big mistake. Two pieces for a rook and nearly for nothing. And what's the most important mistake of this variation? Black lost his most dangerous piece. So let's come back and short castle is of course absolutely the best answer. Now the threat is here, and knight to g4 maybe should be a small threat. For this reason, move h3 happened. Bishop to b6. Yes, this piece is the most important piece for black in this position, and of course if something is important, black need to take care about this piece. So knight to d2, and maybe this knight has two options where to go: knight to f1, knight to g3, and knight to f5, or this knight should go knight to c4, and of course to attack bishop on b6. Both plans are good, and it's up to player which plan they will choose. Okay, knight to e7. And I understand that this move is making room for this piece, because black is going to play move c6, and he is doing everything possible to save this piece, even for tempo and even for the move bishop to c7. Of course, move a4 happened and c6 happened. Yes, this is not exactly the exciting game, but it's a game where both players are trying to not make a mistake, and of course one mistake means game over in a World Cup. So a really safe game, safe position, and d4. Yes, I believe that white has a small edge because of this center side, which will get advantage in the center, has a small advantage, but small. Everybody know that Magnus Carlsen can keep nearly every position, and he's not making mistakes at all. So it's really hard to outplay Magnus Carlsen, and Magnus Carlsen know that this position is okay for him. So knight to g6, and of course now is the right time to do something, because knight on f4 is a dangerous piece. So immediately white believe that the best move is bishop to f1. Maybe knight to f1 is not bad at all, but maybe white believe that he should find more aggressive way how to play this position. So bishop to f1, and white is taking on e5. Okay, I think that just to take by e-pawn doesn't make big sense. Rook belongs to open file, and You know why black should go to e8 and then should take on e5 by a pawn? Because if you will see this variation right now, rook on e8 is bad rook. You know, rook belongs to open file, and this is exactly the reason why black is taking by knight. Yes, of course, black is trying to build a small pressure against e4 pawn, but not forever. White is taking on e5, and now black doesn't have choice at all. You know, if he's taking by the rook, maybe bishop to d3 and then knight to c4, and this rook or this bishop is gone, and that means what I told you, that dark squares bishop is the most important piece for black, and he don't want to exchange this piece. This variation is not good at all. Maybe for another reason, this d6 pawn is a weak pawn in semi-open file, and it's too risky to have any weakness against young chess star Andrey Esipenko. So makes sense to not make a mistake and to take by a pawn. So black took on e5 by a pawn. White went to c4. Of course, he's trying to save or to defend e4 pawn, and black played bishop to e6. Okay, now it's up to black what he will play. Yes, this knight is going to attack bishop on b6 and pawn on e5. Of course, black should go bishop to c7, but from the best dark squares bishop is the worst piece. So it's very dangerous to have such a bad pieces and such a passive pieces. For this reason, Magnus Carlsen believed that, okay, he doesn't mind to exchange one of his bishops, and he mind to keep this the most important piece on the board. So, okay, right now white's got two bishops advantage. But what's important for black? Black doesn't have any weaknesses at all, so it's very hard to start attack against no weaknesses. So a5, of course, and white went to e2. Maybe right now will be start a fight over open d file, and what I like here at most is this variation. Yes, of course, black's got a really sharp or strong piece, and maybe makes sense to go bishop to e3, but you know, if white's got two bishops advantage, it's good to keep both bishops on board and wait for the future. Okay, maybe wait for the endgame. Bishops pairs are strong advantage, and why to go for early exchange? I don't know. I think that now white is playing a nice move. He's playing bishop to d2, and maybe this move looks like bad move, because you can ask yourself, what is doing this bishop on d2? Say nothing. Yes, this is the right answer, but this is not the final destination for this piece, because this piece is there only for one move. Yes, as I told you, this piece is the most dangerous piece, and white found it a really interesting way how to play this position. So of course he has to do something in open d file, and he went to e1. So he's going to take care of the weakest pawn on f2. That means the strongest black's dark squares bishop. It's not such a great right now, and there is only one open d file. Yes, of course, nobody's got advantage, and even here there is nothing to play. So what we are going to watch? We are going to watch another draw where 19 years old boy managed to make a draw against Magnus Carlsen. You know, it's a hard answer if this is a small victory for Magnus or small victory for Andrey Esipenko. I think that Magnus, of course, is happy, because in tiebreak he should play for a win. He's more experienced chess player. He's faster and he's probably stronger in the rapid games. But for the future of Andrey Esipenko, this is a great story. He's improving, he's going to be better every day. And maybe in case he's going to lose tomorrow, he's nearly winner because he managed to make twice draw against Magnus Carlsen, and that's great. So that's a great story for Magnus Carlsen because he's still in the game, and this is a great story for young Andrey Esipenko because I think this is a small victory for him. So at the end, yes, we saw draw and nothing happened. So who will be winner? We will see tomorrow in the tie breaks, but right now I think there is no winner and no loser. So I hope, guys, you saw not the most exciting game, but you saw interesting game and fight between Magnus Carlsen and Andrey Esipenko. I really did my best, so I hope you saw this video till end, and thank you very much for every like and follows. See you tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow we will see who is winner. So see you and thank you. Bye bye.